What's going on, y'all? It's Kyle Pizzle. So Pizzle is currently in Twitter jail right now. I can't tweet. I can't do anything on Twitter because some asshole, and I'm sure it's somebody that watches my content, doesn't like the fact that I wanted to give Dave Gettleman a pat on the ass for some of the things that he's done this year, right? Or really what he's done in his career as a general manager for the New York Giants. Look, I could be like some of these other content creators and tell you guys what you want to hear. Because telling you what you want to hear means that you'll give me a super chat. But that doesn't give me an authentic channel then. That would require this, that would make this a fake channel. The purpose of this channel is to give you guys a perspective of a fan, of how I see the Giants, how I view them, and how I root them on, right? And if I want to fight with idiots like Mark Holmes at Philly 500, then so be it. That's just as being as honest and just being simply a fan. I'll never pretend to be, something that I'm not, right? Which is we're going to talk about that. But there's been something that's really been bothering me lately when it comes to content creators and then the Giants in general, right? Because, over here we really do talk Giants, right? Other channels claim that they talk in Giants, but that's a bunch of bullshit, okay? It's a bunch of bullshit. Because over here we really talking Giants, okay? So, I'm not happy about the Giants being 2-5, right? I'm not happy that they're 9-point underdogs this Monday night against the Kansas City Chiefs, which, by the way, we will be streaming that game. Where else would you rather be other than with Pizzle? I'm not happy about how things have went the last couple years, right? But I also have looked at every single move that the Giants have made. Every single one of them. And I have to ask myself, yeah, okay. I see where we're going. I see where the fuck we're going with that. Okay. Yeah. You can do a lot of different things. You can say, that's a bad thing, bad here. Dave Gettleman has a lot of home runs and he's got a lot of strikeouts. Right? I'll fight you. When I hear people talk about Daniel Jones in a negative way, especially when they're a Giants fan, it makes me want to be violent. I got to be honest. I want to inflict pain on those people. But obviously, those things you can't do in society, right? You can't do those things because they do hashtag you mad, bro. Like just some of that goofy ass shit. So, but obviously Dave Gettleman was right about Daniel Jones versus Dwayne Haskins. Clearly he was right. You can debate the Saquon Barkley pick. That's fine. That's cool. That's cool. But clearly there's some other splash pieces that he's gotten. For example, every Giants fan on the face of the earth, I think, likes Kadarius Toney. And you get Kadarius Toney with a first-round draft pick from the next year. That man deserves a firm handshake and a slap on the ass. So it's amazing to me that you fall in love with certain things, but then other things that you don't like, and you say, well, fire his ass. Well, that don't make no fucking sense. Either you like the picks or you don't. So, I started to ask myself lately, would firing Dave Gettleman change the Giants? Would replacing Daniel Jones change anything? Possibly. Because that could be a big fucking difference who your quarterback is, right? The Cleveland Browns right now apparently are going to debate, is Case Keenum or Baker Mayfield the choice? What? But it's like, what about replacing Joe Judge? These are conversations that dumbass content creators are going to have. But here's what I want to ask. I want to ask, what are the Giants doing internally? Because it's obvious that other teams have bitched about this, and it's clear that the Giants continue to get injured. How about we change our fucking field? Because ever since the Giants have had the field that they've had, it's been injury city for us. Why our players continuously getting hurt? How is that Dave Gettleman? Is it fair? This is the thing about it. I want to judge Dave Gettleman black or white, right? Some of you guys, it's Dave Gettleman's tenure is such in a gray area. It's not clear black or white. It's so gray because there's a lot of woulda, coulda, shouldas. But is it fair to Dave Gettleman if a majority of his key pieces, key players have been hurt? Is that fair? And not just this year, but for multiple years, right? Multiple years. And a lot of you got some of you ego idiots out there, you've been listening to these ego-infested channels where they think they know more than what they say, and the reality is they live in a trailer park in the middle of nowhere. Why are you even thinking that they know what the fuck they're talking about? If they did, they wouldn't have some job at Walmart. I mean, get real. It's nuts to me. It just blows my mind that you think some geek living with his mom could be the general manager of the New York Football Giants. Get fucking real. Get real. Flag this video. Hell, you flag all my tweets. Finally got me on something, didn't you? So, how about the Giants start looking internally, the field? Change that motherfucker, because clearly we keep Saquon Barkley. He doesn't agree with it. I lose Jabril Peppers this week. How can the Giants compete with teams like the Kansas City Chiefs if half the damn roster is fucked up because what we're having to play on? How about the weight room? How about we revamp that? How about we change that out? How about the facility? Do we have the right facilities to be able to compete at a high level and win a championship? I want these questions answered before I go firing Dave Gettleman or replacing Joe Judge or saying that Daniel Jones isn't the guy. I'm tired of it. Who's really talking Giants football? I want a real fucking field. Our players continuously get hurt no matter who the coach is. Doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter. I don't think it's good. How else? I don't think that Jesus Christ being our head coach would change the fact of players getting hurt. There's something wrong internally that has something to do other than people that is causing the Giants to be in the situation that they are in right now. And I need to know if everybody who's paying the fucking bills or is responsible for the field or is responsible for the weight room or responsible for the health of the New York Giants players, if they are doing their job correctly. Because if they are not, and they are just sitting back, collecting a paycheck, get them the fuck out of here! It doesn't make sense. It doesn't matter who you change. It doesn't matter who's the general manager, Dave Gettleman or not. It doesn't matter who the head coach is, Joe Judge or not. It doesn't matter who the quarterback is, Daniel Jones or not. Something is wrong. I don't think it's a coincidence that both the Jets and the Giants, and I don't ever talk about the Jets, stink. Something is wrong. And it needs to be looked into. And this is where again, a lot of you are waiting for Dave Gettleman to be fired. You're going to go, hallelujah! Dave Gettleman is out of here, and I can go around saying, oh, I'm right. I was right about that. I was right about him. Ah! A lot of you want Daniel Jones to fail. You've been circle jerking, sucking super chats left and right. And the reality is you don't even have the true answer to what the hell the problem is. I want to know, is the field good or not? Why do I have constant players with leg injuries? Why? 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 Why do I have guys with ACLs, ankle issues, knee? Why? Is it just a coincidence? Is that Dave Gettleman's fault for getting these guys? Because some of these guys, they weren't having these injuries at other places or in college. Why? So we're going to fire Dave Gettleman, or we want him out, for somebody else who's sitting in a chair collecting a check, not doing their job. I don't know. I don't know. Here, look at this. Here, Pizzle, I'll give yourself a super chat. There's your own super chat, Pizzle. There's your own super chat. Some of you are sucking around saying a bunch of garbage for absolutely nothing. No, I'm sorry. You're sucking around saying a bunch of garbage, lying to people just for $2 freaking.